Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. It is July 22, 2017, 1:20 a.m. in Birmingham. Topic, why Yellowstone will not erupt. I'm saying it again, and I'm standing hard on it this time because we have facts. Look, there's blogs all over the internet saying it's going to erupt. This thing's going to blow up this country. It's going to wipe out this country. The plume is going to go all the way to Alabama to my house. Well, I got news for you. I think something else is coming to my house, and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. But first, there's 7 major supervolcanoes on this planet. That was one of them, but that was 640,000 years ago. Yeah, but they said it's rising in the middle. That cauldron is coming up. Well, so is the Rocky Mountains. It's lifted the same height as that cauldron has. I think it's been pushed up just like the Rocky Mountains are being pushed up. The 7 volcanoes, Wyoming, Washington State, Oregon, Hawaii, Russia, Chinese border, Japan in the deep water that's coming toward us to the east, and Malaysia, south of Malaysia, and there's hundreds of others besides those around the Ring of Fire. So, what would happen if the volcano erupted today? It would be a travesty. It'd be horrible. It'd be terrible. Millions of people would be displaced, not permanently, but for a while. But let's go. I want to go to the to the Knoxville, Tennessee World's Fair, 1982. The reason it was in Knoxville, Tennessee, because when they have the World's Fair in any given location, they want it where they can receive the most visitors. So why was it in Knoxville? If you draw a line through Knoxville, north to south, east of that line is 50% of the population of the United States. West of that line is 50% of the population of the United States. Naturally, they want it in Knoxville because 50% there can get to it easier than the other 50% on the other side. Makes sense. Lots happened since then. A lot of people's moved out west, a lot of places. So what if you move that line 100 miles, maybe 200 miles? Then that line where 50% of the country is still east of that line moves further west. All right, leave it there for a minute. Let's go to the solar eclipse. It's going to happen August 21. It's going to come across Oregon. It's going to leave through South Carolina. It'll be coming out of the northwest. It'll be leaving out of the southeast. And it will be crossing the United States and only the United States. What does this mean? The solar eclipse is a judgment upon the Gentile nations. Remember the 2 blood moons, solar eclipse, 2 blood moons, and nothing happened. Well, because we did not have a solar eclipse. We will this time, though. And people say, and that solar eclipse is going to split this country in half. I got news for you. It will not. But something else will. Doesn't mean it's going to happen the day of. Doesn't mean it's going to happen on the second most major event that occurs in the sky, in the stellar, than it did since the day Jesus was born and the Bethlehem star stood up there and guided the wise men to him that took 2 years to get there. The next most important event in the sky that we see is coming up on September 21, 30 days after the solar eclipse. And the nation, the only nation the solar eclipse will cross. What is my point? My point is, I may have waterfront property rather than ash flow property or ash plume. Why am I saying that? We got the Mississippi River. That could be near a dividing line of the population of this country, half and half. Half east of it, half west of it. Somewhere near there, not on it, but somewhere near it. If we have a new Madrid fault earthquake, it'll split above Missouri 100, 150 miles to the Gulf of Mexico. And either side of that, the closer it gets to the Gulf, it will leak into the valleys into the crevices, and that will give me within a few miles of waterfront property if it travels the way they said it would. I see that is a more threat to us than a solar eclipse dividing the country. But the solar eclipse is the sign that a division of this country is going to happen. Remember, every president since Bush has tried to divide Israel. Bush sat down at the Oslo Accord. That hour, his house was wiped off the map in Maine. Every president since then, we have been judged by hurricanes, Katrinas, Andrew, Sandy, and tornado outbreaks, swarms of tornadoes. But yet we keep trying to divide Israel. So I believe in my heart of hearts that this country is going to be divided because we did it. God didn't. We did it, and we brought it on ourselves. It is a judgment, guys. And I'm not saying it's going to happen within 30 days of the eclipse or within 30 days of the Revelations 12 event in September. It may not happen for 6 months. But I believe the time of grace is coming to a close. You need to seek God and ask Him for a double portion of oil so that you'll have enough to keep your path lit so that you can make sure you're out of here when the window does close and you won't be left behind. I'm just telling you, that is what I believe. More than anything, that's what I believe. No one has said it. I'm trading a division of this country from a solar eclipse to a new Madrid fault. And I'm trading a division of this country from an earthquake in Wyoming to the new Madrid fault earthquake. I'm sorry, a volcano eruption, swapping it out for the new Madrid earthquake. That's what I believe. I may be wrong, but look at the demographics, look at where the people live, and look at how the division would be. It'd be almost clear-cut 50-50. Just like what we want to do to Israel. We want to divide Jerusalem and give it to the Palestinians. It's not our land to divide. God keeps telling us, stay out. Don't do that. If you keep it up, I'll divide you. Well, guys, get ready for division. And honestly, I believe the division will not occur until after the church has left. Don't be one of those left behind. The window of grace is going to close at that time. Then, guys, you're in trouble. I mean, it's going to be very difficult, but get your double portion of oil, get your path lit, stay on that path. Okay? Jody Wolf Expoz.